This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. We are in the vineyards with none other than Elsa Macdonald, Master of Wine. How are you today, Elsa?
I'm very well. It's very nice to see you, Jamie. Thank you for coming out to i4C in 2023. It's great to see you again.
So i4C, you're on the board of i4C. How has i4C been for you this year?
Oh, we're really excited. So this is Saturday night, which is kind of the peak. It's the gala and everybody's together outside. We have all of our producers who are right now, there's a walk around tasting. So you have media and you have consumers and you have many people from the trade who are experiencing all the different expressions of Chardonnay, and it really is a celebration. And we have beautiful weather, and it's not going to rain tonight, which is fabulous because we don't have a backup plan.
Now, you've known i4C for many a year now. How have you seen it evolve over the years, from its infancy to where it is today?
You know, I think i4C has really come into its own in the last few years. I'm going to say COVID aside, but it is known around the world a little bit more. You get international producers who are seeking it out as a place to come and discover Canadian wine and also discover the Canadian market. And I think this year the School of Cool was just some excellent presentations of the more technical sides. It's a day for the trade to come and learn about Chardonnay, and it's a challenge certainly for the board and for the education group to figure out how do you keep it alive, keep the interest alive, talk about something different every year. But you know what? We keep on finding new topics, and even at the end of the sessions just that happened on Thursday, there's a lot of discussion about let's do this next year. So somehow or other, we always find new things to invent. And just to see the number of people who are here tonight and celebrating this great grape, it tells us we're on a good track and there's a lot of years ahead of us.
Difficult and also cliched question. What does Chardonnay mean to you in the vineyard in a cool climate environment?
What does Chardonnay mean to me? Well, the thing that I love about Chardonnay, I once, there was a Master of Wine exam question, which was, you're on a desert island, you can only save 2 grapes from the planet, what are you going to save? And I really had to wrestle with, am I going to save Riesling or am I going to save Chardonnay? I wanted to do one red and one white just to, keep my options open. And I think I decided that I would save Chardonnay because, number one, it's ubiquitous. Wherever my island was, whether it was a cool island or whether it was a very warm island, I was going to be able to make some kind of good wine with
Indeed.
it. But also, there are so many different styles, and that's always exciting. So sparkling, you can do crisp styles, you can do full-bodied rich styles, you can do oak styles, and I think the number of permutations. And, if I'm going to be on that desert island for a very long time, I'm going to need to switch up my Chardonnay, and its flexibility is just makes it a superior grape variety.
Makes sense to me. I'd be curious as to your red choice.
Well, I'm pretty sure I went with Pinot Noir with the idea that I could make sparkling and I could make white wine and I could also make red wine. But I think it would really depend on how much I knew about the conditions on my island. Syrah is also a bit of a favorite because it has, the cooler expressions and the warmer. I think I had already finished my exams when this came out, so it was more theoretical. I didn't actually have to answer it.
I understand. Now, what has excited you wine-wise at this year's 2023 i4C?
I think over the years of coming to i4C and of course working in the trade, I'm starting to know so many of the producers and starting to get to know their styles. And so literally seeing a new vintage come out, it's always exciting to see how producers that I know quite well, how they are faring in any given vintage. And so I think this year I've really enjoyed going back to some of the producers that I've started to get to know over the years. But what's also surprising me is that there's a number of new faces in the game, whether they're the internationals or whether they're people who are actually in Ontario, because the industry is continuing to grow.
Yes,
and the number of people who are I'm going to say, throwing something to the wind and investing in vineyards, it still continues. That ideal, that passion, that desire to do this, and so there's new things to discover as well. And so that has surprised me, the number of new players that are at the table today.
Superb. Elsa, thank you so much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night at this gala event for i4C.
Thank you very much.
Bye for now.
Cheers.